Many things inspire me when I paint, including the words of timeless hymns of our Christian faith, like the old hymn, Rock of Ages. As a kid, I grew up singing that, and my imagination went wild with those words, Rock of Ages, cleft for me, let me hide myself in thee. Okay, like what does that look like? Well, I pictured as a kid this gigantic stone monolith as old as the ages, filled with lots of crags and clefts a kid could climb up into and hide in. Of course, when I decided to paint this Rock of Ages, I had to know what the Bible said, and I found 2 Samuel chapter 22, verse 2, quote, "The Lord is my rock and my fortress." And those are solid words, aren't they? Those are unmovable, high and lifted up words, right? God's also called the Ancient of Days in Scripture. And so, using watercolor and pastel pencil, I painted a mountain that looked ancient, like it had been there forever. Now, I did this on watercolor board, and I created compositional lines that are all exalted. They all sweep up. They intend to lift your eye up, as a composition should do when painting a depiction of God, the Rock of Ages, like right here, where the tree line sweeps up into the mountain's base. It draws your eye up, and even the clouds look exalted, giving an impression of timeless majesty, like God is an unshakable, mighty fortress. Part of the reason I chose to put this gigantic mountain in snow is because it made it easier to define the clefts and the crevices of the rock. I mean, otherwise you might not see it. And also, I happen to think that when something strong and immovable forces itself up out of frigid cold, it looks timeless. It looks like it's never going to be moved or shaken. Plus, I think that the shadows here on the snow also lend to those compositional exalted lines to lift your eye up into the rock. Shadows are intended to give a subject depth. If you don't have shadows, there's no way for the eye to discern how deep those crevices are. So there are lots of shadows in this particular drawing of this monolith, again, to show you the depth and the dimension of this mountain. As I painted this, I kept singing that hymn, Rock of Ages, especially the last verse. While I draw this fleeting breath, when my eyes shall close in death, when I soar to worlds unknown, see thee on thy judgment throne. Rock of Ages, cleft for me, let me hide myself in thee. And I hope that the God of the Bible is your Rock of Ages too.